Hello and welcome to Cherry Hills. We are about to prepare a field. Now, the field we're going to prepare is the largest field on the Cherry Hills map because I had some money and I thought, let's just buy this field. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to try this out. So basically, I have bought the Mammoth Field 15. It is over 100 hectares. It is huge. If we just hop into one of these tractors and pull up course play and take a look, if we field 15, which is where we're at, pull up the field information here. It's 127 hectares. It is a massive field. We are using course play, so this is going to make life easy. This is the field. This entire bottom right hand corner of the map is a field. Granted, there's a good bit chunk taken out because of the land there, but it is a massive field. Our previous biggest field, if memory serves, is field 3. It's around 70 hectares. I think that was that one. I think field 3 was 70. 66 is field 3. Actually, field 2 might be bigger now. Field 3, 60 hectares. It's literally, this is our biggest field. And we need to prep it. And to prep it, we need to do some things to it. We need to, first off, we need to fertilize it. We need to run some manure over it. And then we're going to run the plows over it. It's a huge field. It's going to take a long time to do. So my plan is I've brought over 2 manure spreaders. We've got our 2 case manure spreaders, and then we've got our 2 plows. Hopefully this enables us to do it in a reasonable time frame. By reasonable I mean less than about 5 days. So let's start this off, because basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 2 pieces of equipment doing this job. And so we're going to have our tractor here. Now I need to check something. Yes, it was set as 30. Okay, so I need to set this back to 30. So we're doing 2 15-meter spans here. So 30, and I am going to where are we? Let's see, where are we? We're in the northwest. Yeah, we're in the northwest. That's our starting corner, and we're going to be going south. And for safety's sake, I'm going to put 2 headlands on this, because I really just don't know on this map, on this field, what the situation is going to be. So I'm going to do 2 headlands just to be safe, and I have actually chosen. So let's fire up a route. Hopefully Cosplay can do something. Yep, and it's actually going to start over here. It's going to be going kind of this way. Right. So we need to go to our thing. So this is a 7.5 meter right, which is good. This is actually pretty much set up because this is what we did last time. We used these in a tandem. So this guy, I'm not sure if this one was set up. So I'll go and grab him. And let's first off go here. This hasn't been done on the lane offset, so we're going to have to set this guy up. Let's copy the course from this guy. Move closer just to make sure it is this guy, because I've got 3 of these guys. Copy the course. We're going to put him, so this guy, the other guy was on the right, this guy's going to be on the left. And this to be 7.5 meters on the left. Apologise for the clicking. We're doing symmetric line change, so we need to activate that. We've got all the business here. And everything else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the internal one to 10 mile an hour field speed. That way the one on the outside can get there first. So I'm going to set this guy off. So we're going to do it for first waypoint. And see how things go. He's going to go. We're prepping this field. This is going to be an interesting challenge because this is a massive field, and this is the track that's going to be run through by this pair. They're going to go all around the outside twice. I have no idea how it's going to achieve this. This is actually going to be intriguing because I'm not sure what's down here. Really don't know if we're going to be able to drive through this. So I have a funny feeling there's trees over there. This could be intriguing, to say the least. Because I think Coursplay's made a mistake. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just jump over here and actually check, because this could be very tricky. There is, yes, there is trees. Oh, this could be bad. When we get down to this sort of section here, we have trees. Quite a lot of trees, actually. This is going to be drawing lines down through trees that it can't actually go through. This is going to be awkward. Okay, we will see what happens. We will see what happens. I'm going to get in this, and I'm going to set this off, hoping that they don't run into stuff. Again, first waypoint, drive course. The other guys moved off. I'll have a look, see what happens. This is quite a long way ahead. Hopefully they don't bang it. They don't end up bumping into each other. But we shall see. Now, meanwhile, we're going to set up this guy. And this is slightly different. So this is a 14.5 meter working with, and we're going to choose the field. So we've got field 15 again. We're a starting corner in the northwest, and we are heading south. Now, the width here is 29 meters. And we're going to do a generation. Again, we're going to do 2 headlands. And we end up in this situation where he's doing this as well, and I'm not convinced this is going to work so well. This is actually potentially particularly bad because we have a lot of trees here. And this is going over water as well, so you know what? Let's just try. Let's delete this and regenerate this, because I have a feeling this might actually be the best way. Yeah. Okay. We do have a potential issue. Yeah, we do. Okay, so let's actually just jump to one of these. What I'm going to do is stop driver. And we are going to go to the route. We're going to change that to east. Do the course generation. And we're going to go to the first waypoint. We're going to send these back to the beginning, basically. And we're going to drive course, sending back to the beginning. Hopefully this guy will basically... These will basically... They should theoretically just figure out where they're at and go from there. They're quite literally going to speed their way back to the starting point. Probably a better way of doing it. It doesn't matter about the manure. We have enough manure. We have a lot of manure on this farm. So these guys, this guy's going to overtake this other one. I'm going to let the other one take overtake, and then I will. I've kind of pegged this one to a slower speed, just to kind of working speed 12. I kind of want it to keep ahead, so they don't get caught up on each other. But it's a fine line. It's a fine line. This is interesting because this is quite an interesting field. Here we can have the same problem here as well. The field limits are just a little bit. It's intriguing though. It actually recognises the field limits here, no problems. It just does not understand them when it's going across here. I don't understand what's going on. This is going to be less of a troublesome situation than we had here, because this is going through water and all kinds of stuff. So hopefully we'll have a much easier run. So this is that's actually on the inside now, and this one's on the outside. Strangely enough, it's fine. They're going this way around. It's actually cool. They're going the same speed, so I'm going to drop this down now. And jump out. And so let's go and grab these. So what I kind of want to do, I almost want to have these guys actually working at the same time. Almost kind of running behind that kind of lead tractor. But it does mean things are get mighty congested when we get onto the horizontal sections. So we're going east-west. And it could be an idea. So let's actually do this. Let's do this. So lane offset, half of 29 is basically, which is half of 14 and a half. It's actually 7.25. Right, so let's see what we can do here. We might be able to do 7.2. I'm going to round this one up. I'm going to leave the other one, I'm going to round the other one down. Okay, we've got that activated, that's on that, so we're going east, we've got 2 headlands. Right, we need to move this down here. We go first waypoint. And of course, this is going to be fun, because we're going to have so many tractors here running. Copy that temporary course. So we are going to go this way. It's going to be an interesting run. This is kind of optimizing this as best as possible, really, because we've got such a big field. We kind of don't want to spend too much time on this field. So what have we got here? We've got 2 tractors. I'm going to put this inside guy on a 12-mile-an-hour limit. And I'm going to check the other guy and see how he's doing. What speed is he managing to achieve? Trying to achieve 14. I think this will go faster, actually. However, to be fair, you can't actually go faster than 12. Because we have these guys who are so we basically have these 2 guys who are kind of limited to the fact their top speed is 12, so they cannot go faster than that. So we have to kind of just let them go, those guys go. These guys can go a lot faster. These can literally plough at 16 miles an hour. So we have to be careful of that and mindful of that. So these can't catch the others up. In fact, this one needs to be on 10 because the other one is on the faster track. Personally, I think the overlap is fine on these. Should be good. Taking them both at 10. This guy, I might have to move this up to 11. You see, these are all those trees down this side that we saw earlier that we just can't have. In a minute we'll hit this section here and kind of check that one out, see how it's doing. Oh yes, we can't nip across that, so it's got trees and it's got a windmill there as well, so that's another tricky one. We will see when we come to that. Luckily that's going to be right at the very end of the run, so we can definitely deal with that when we get to that point. So this is going to be an interesting field. It has its challenges. It's huge. It's going to take a long time to prepare this field. We don't have a bigger plough. This plough has a 14-meter working width, and just to sort of put that into context, these are the ploughs we have available to us. This is the previous biggest plough, which was a 6-meter working width. This is the big bud bag plough, and that's got a 10-meter working width. And we're using our all-rounder plough here, which is 14, which does have a big enough working width for us. So quite literally, this is the best option we have for ploughing. We have to use 2 of them on this field. Our spreaders are limited to the width as well. Literally, we've got a 15-meter working width on the spreaders. We're using all of that, but we're also doubling up, so we've got a 30-meter stretch. This field may end up having 2 seeders running on it. And we're not talking our small seeders, we're talking our big bud seeders. So these are the huge 25-meter seeders. So gonna have this sort of really worked on. So we're gonna leave those to it. Meanwhile, back over on the main farm, we have some fields to finish off. So we're going to jump into one of our big buds. This is field 10. Field 10 needs seeding, and we are going to do this field with do 2 headlands. We are starting in the southwest corner and we are heading north. We do the generation on that. Check out the track. You can see fairly straightforward. To be fair, we've done quite a lot of working with stuff here, so actually I'm going to drop that down and go back to we'll go back to that. We should be fine. I say we should be fine. We'll find out soon enough. So, what cropped do we want? Well, we don't want millets for a start. We've got millet already. Got sorghum. Let's go with barley. Let's go with barley. We haven't done a barley for a while. Back up a little bit. It's easier to hit. Big bud's going to basically do its thing. See that unfold. It's quite a sight to be seen, isn't it? Really, it's a huge cedar. Seed hawk cedars are really nice. It's a very big thing. Requires the big bud to draw it, to pull it. It's the only thing that can pull it really that we have on the farm. That's going to go and do that field. You can see we're back here now. Let's have a quick look backwards here. Get out of this and have a look at this. Yeah, we're going to have to babysit this when it comes to this section of the field later. It's probably going to try and drive through here, and it's not going to cut it. There's stuff in the way. We could lose the trees, but we've got a rock formation to deal with, so it's kind of a little bit more tricky. You know, what I'm kind of concerned here is we've got 2 headlands, and this is going to be interesting. This ploughing and everything else, it's a little chain that's going on. So we have another field to seed, and we'll set that one off as well. Here we have field 3. It's our kind of usual starting point when we do field 3. We use course play. This makes life so much easier. We are starting in the north west corner, and we're going to be going south. We need 2 headlands definitely on this one. There we have it. Crop wise, let's pick something interesting. Do we have any canola at all? Yes, we planted canola already. Let's do a soybeans. I haven't done the soybeans for ages, and I fancy doing a soy. Where is the starting point? So this is stopping the driver. This is actually the wrong way around. Actually backwards. I don't know how it's going to achieve that. Really don't know how it's going to actually manage to. Is it first waypoint? Yeah, is it? We're going to leave let that guy go as well. Folding up, so I'm furling everything. I do want to check on a couple of things. These guys are definitely using thing. We've gone over this twice, but it's okay. It's cool. This guy's definitely using 4-wheel drive, and this guy 4-wheel drive too. Are in that field. Let's just go around the bend now, and another 4-wheel drive. Although this field has technically been cultivated previously, as I say, we kind of do want to redo everything, make sure everything's nicely prepared. And basically what we're getting here is this fertilization pass. So we've got at least 1 layer of fertilization on the field after we ploughed. That's basically what we're about here, getting that done. So we have 2 seeders that are currently seeding away and working hard. We have what is essentially quite a big challenge to go with this one here. These are basically fertilizing and ploughing at the same time on this massive field that we have. Kind of dropped 10 million onto this field to purchase it. So here we are, pretty much at the end of our time, and we're doing a little bit of a synchronized field prep. I think we're going to call this synchronized field prep using course play. We have literally got 2 manure spreaders running on this field. We have 2 ploughs running on this field, getting it ready to seed. This is the biggest field that we have on the map. We have purchased it, it cost us 10 million, and it is 127 hectares in size. It's going to have some challenges. especially towards the end where we've got a niggly bit at the bottom of the field. But we are really going to have a challenge with this field because we've got 2 headlands going on. We've got 4 pieces of equipment working on this field. They've literally all got to be coordinated so they don't run into each other. We have essentially 2 ploughs, 2 fertilizer spreaders, and this is going to be an interesting challenge. So with that, and we sort of leave on this sort of note. Thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button if you want to see more of our Cherry Hill series, or see more of our other series in Snetton's Farm, or even our map reviews and the like. Please subscribe to the channel. And with that, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you guys next time.